Water style, weeping on my couch while eating ice cream no jutsu. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 Naruto moments that'll make you cry.
He's nothing like the nine-tailed fox. He's Naruto Uzumaki, of the village hidden in the leaves.
For this list, we'll be looking at the scenes across the Naruto franchise that caused fans to bawl their eyes out, either out of misery or jubilation. As always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which your favorite Naruto moment is.
You feel lonely and it hurts inside, and I could have been there for you more. I let you down. I'm sorry.
Number 10, Naruto and Hinata finally kiss.
Don't let go, alright?
Alright.
It took hundreds of episodes and a handful of movies to get here, but it happened at long last. Naruto just happened to notice he had a grade A girl watching him from afar this whole time, and decides to get on it. Of course, he had to kick the shit out of a man from the moon beforehand, but at the very least, we got a rather enchanting scene of the pair kissing before a beautiful moonlit night. Hinata confessing her love just before Pain sent her flying was pretty potent too, but we're pretty sure the shippers lost their minds over this little exchange.
Because I truly love you, Naruto. I always will.
Number 9, Itachis Past.
He bequeathed to you the Uchiha name, still fooling you to the very end.
For the longest time, the older brother of the Uchiha clan was believed to be nothing more than an unfeeling murderer who had killed his family, igniting the flame of vengeance that fueled Sasuke. Then we found out he's possibly the most tragic and kind-hearted among Naruto's pantheon.
To become known as a criminal who murdered his own clan, to bear the burden of disgrace and become a rogue ninja, all of that was part of the mission.
In order to suppress a coup among his own clan that would have spiraled into another war, Itachi painted himself as the villain and killed everyone he loved, except for Sasuke, choosing instead to make his sibling believe his older brother was a monster, so he could grow up one day to avenge the Uchiha and be hailed a hero. Selfless doesn't even begin to cover it.
Sasuke, I'll always be there for you. Even if you do hate me. That's what big brothers are for.
Number 8, Nejis Death. Going from a rival to a rather mellow dude, Neji's turnaround was certainly one of the more staggering, even becoming downright likable by the time the 4th Great Ninja War rolled around, which made his passing all the more painful. Stepping in the way of an attack meant for Naruto and Hinata, the once embittered Hyuga takes the full brunt of Madara's attack. This sadly would result in him dying to save the cousin he used to despise and the man who would become the Hokage. Number 7, Shikamaru grieves. Not to downplay just how saddening it was to see Asuma die at the hands of Hidan's zealot Jutsu, but there was just something about the way in which the always composed Shikamaru broke down just days later that really tore into us.
Let it out, boy.
While the grieving process is certainly necessary for him to move on, the way in which he tosses the shogi board before allowing himself to mourn his beloved teacher feels so genuinely human, you're bound to shed a tear or two. Number 6, Minato and Kushina's deaths. It's no secret that Naruto's an orphan, but who would have guessed that hundreds of episodes on, we'd actually get to see Ma and Pa Uzumaki bite the big one. After Obito successfully summons the nine-tailed fox, Minato and Kushina are left with no choice but to seal away the tailed beast's power into their newborn son, sacrificing their lives in the process. With only a handful of seconds to say goodbye to their child, Kushina offers a tearful rundown of motherly advice. And we'll be damned if it wasn't heartbreaking. Number 5, Gaaras Past.
Father.
With a childhood that mirrored Naruto's in many aspects, it's little wonder Gaara spent his early teens as a bloodthirsty monster that killed anyone who crossed him, which is somewhat understandable when his own father tried to have him assassinated.
Why? Why me? Why is it always me?
After getting the one-tailed Shukaku sealed inside of him, Gaara became a pariah of the Sand Village, feared by the masses due to the way his son Jutsu automatically lashed out at those who would come near him. Throw in a dead mother and a father who viewed him as an experiment gone wrong, and it's kind of amazing he turned out for the better.
Yoshimaru!
Number 4, Obitos Death. The fact this entry could almost be multiple choice is depressing in of itself, but for argument's sake, we're going to say his secondary demise following the fight with Kaguya. Not only because he finally made peace with Kakashi, but because he got to see Rin again. Given all the torment he had endured all throughout his life, this beautiful afterlife reunion was sweeter than it had any right to be. Good on him for finally getting the girl of his dreams, posthumously, but still. Number 3, Jiraya's Death. This one still hurts. A lot. While he may have been a perverted hermit, Jiraiya slowly grew on us as a beloved mentor and surrogate father figure for Naruto. Seeking out the Akatsuki leader, the Toad Sage hoped to defeat Pain himself to save the village from his wrath, only to discover that the mastermind was actually his old student.
You figured it out too late.
We won't deny the battle between them was one of the best the series has ever produced, but it still gets us each time we see Jiraiya fall to the bottom of the lake, passing the Will of Fire onto his knuckle-headed apprentice.
Naruto, you are the child of prophecy. I'm sure of it now.
Number 2, Sasuke and Itachi's final words. Ever since Sasuke learned the truth about his brother's courage and sacrifice, we were all dying to see the once hate-filled sibling reunite and confront Itachi over the truth of his actions. Thankfully, after being brought back as a zombie, not only did we see the two Sharingan users work side by side in combat, but Itachi was finally able to make amends with his brother Sasuke and tell him that he loved him. Both in life and in death, Itachi was the man.
No matter what, I will love you always.
Before we get to our number 1 pick, here's some honorable mentions.
Survive no matter what. You are the savior of this world. I know you can do it.
こんなになってまだやる気かよ。当たり前だ。何度だって認めてやるよ。俺の負けだ。
カルダ、母は強いな。死んでなおお前を信じきり守り抜いた。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Zabuza and Haku's Death.
Zabuza.
While you could argue that the demises of other characters hit closer to home, all are technically standing in the shadow of the first major heart-trending deaths of the series, which is pretty impressive that up until the end, the Demon of the Mist and his icy assassin were Team 7's first true villains.
I know it cannot be, but I wish I could go to where you have gone. Oh, I wish I could join you there.
The way in which a monster like Zabuza found some manner of redemption in mourning his one and only friend proved to be just that potent, especially for the early days of Naruto.
His spirit was as pure as the snow. You never know, Zabuza. Maybe you will join him there.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.